Hello, world. This is your boy, Swizzy. I am coming to you on February the 3rd, 2026. And I failed. Last year, I failed completely. Totally, utterly failed. I became a millionaire in the beginning of the year. It's the greatest achievement I've ever became in my life. Shortly after, I watched all those millions evaporate away. It wasn't millions, it was just a million. But yeah. Went into a major depression. And I had to man up and come to the realization of why I failed and what went wrong with all my assumptions that were completely right up until two key dates. And I will tell you those two key dates. The first key date really, it was one key date. I'm not even going to hold you. The main key date was October the 10th. As you may be aware, that was the big crypto liquidation extinction event where Binance, the scam exchange Binance, run by the scam leader CZ, decided to pull some shady nonsense on a stablecoin on their exchange while Bitcoin is near its all-time high of 100 and what was it, 26,000, 25,000, yeah, around there. 25,000 They decided on a low liquidity weekend to pool the liquidity for a stablecoin, which essentially wrecked the whole industry because a lot of exchanges uses their market feed for their Oracle pricing, which in turn wrecked the entire crypto market. We've seen coins go from billions of dollars in market cap value wick down to literal zero, which shouldn't even be possible. But using their scam exchange as an oracle, it was made possible. And it makes you wonder. We were at all-time highs and they pulled this stunt. Just think of where we would be if that stunt never happened. The whole trajectory of crypto would be way over 100,000, probably over 200,000. We would not be here. I would have not failed. All of my projections were nearly correct up until that point. And then that day changed everything. So now we're sitting below 100,000. All the altcoins I held nearly went to zero. A majority. We're at 77,000 of Bitcoin price right now. And it's like, where do we go from here? As you can see in a lot of these over the weekend low liquidity environment moves, the scam exchange Binance have been pulling the same playbook and selling thousands, billions worth of Bitcoin on their exchange just in order to liquidate all the longs. You would think that that is fruitless, looking at the longs to short ratio, which is incredibly overweighted to the downside. There's so many more shorts than longs now. I'm not even sure why. What would be the motivation of people to dump the market at this point? Because I mean, you're liquidating. You would liquidate more people pushing the price up than dumping it right now. But they're intent on dumping it. So you have to think, why? Why would a person or a single entity with billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin want to dump the crypto markets at this point? And the only conclusion that I can come up with at this point is just to manipulate the market. They obviously have sold it down to this point. They've broken market structure, so the best they can do now is to get as many people to sell so they can buy back the same position that they initially sold for pennies on the dollar. So, as some people have shown, like Marty Party, have been indicating that we are going through a Wyckoff manipulation chart pattern, which has shown to line up. But we can't tell if it's a Wyckoff pattern until it fully plays off. And we won't know. It could just be a complete bear market. Like this year was intended to be the bear market of a 4-year cycle. So we can't tell that. But you could also say we never got the all-time high blow-off candle top on the 4th year of the bull run to even go through a full bear market, a full year of a bear market, which can be argued, yeah, I mean, that could change. So, where do we go from here? I think the sellers are exhausted at 77,000. Could we go lower? Sure. But there's really no major incentive for a major player to push it down further from here unless they have some intention on, some devious intention on liquidating some long that is unearthed right now that nobody really knows about. ISM is trending up, and we've been in a negative ISM environment this whole time. So to say that we're going lower, I just don't really see it when all indications are showing that we are accelerating money printing and accelerating running the economy hot, as shown in the new Fed chair perspective statements that he made. So, what I think is going to happen from here, I think that we shall get a new Fed chair, which will make the markets want to push up risk assets in the future. And Bitcoin is acting as a risk asset. As much as we wish it would act as safe haven asset, it's only acting as a risk on asset. So until that changes, I don't see. Well, I do see risk assets going up, but as far as when the market crashes and Bitcoin going up, that's not going to change until the investors change its views on Bitcoin as a risk on asset. It should be viewed as a safe haven asset. And federal and central banks are treating gold as that safe haven asset, especially China. They're only buying hard metals. So there's that. To all my homeboys that I told to get into crypto a couple years ago, we are essentially back at almost the same prices that I initially told you to get into. So you didn't really lose any money. To White Dave, you did lose money. I'm sorry, man. I should not have advised you to get into those shit coins near the all-time high. I felt that we were just beginning the banana zone, and I was wrong. I was totally wrong. We were at the all-time high. We were at the tippity of the top. And against my better judgment, I told you to get into some unperforming alts that I thought still had major upside if we were getting into that banana zone, as Raw Paul, the famous investor, was suggesting, that I foolishly listened to. I should have known, because for some reason, I did tell you and Bush different advice, or Dave and Bush different advices, because it's weird. I don't know. It's almost like Dave was trying to get in. He saw the opportunity. He was bright-eyed, so I tried to steer him in the best way I could, which got him in at the wrong time. And that was my fault. And I take complete ownership of that. And I'm sorry, man. So all I can do is apologize and hope that I can help you get that money back that you lost. So my other homeboy, Schnoz, man, I was wrong, bro. I thought the end of the 4-year cycle was going to end up in a blow off top, but that never happened. I take full responsibility of telling you that lie, or that unconceived truth. It wasn't a lie. It was just what I thought was going to happen, and it just did not happen. So, sorry, Schnoz. I blew it. And to all my other friends that I got into crypto, Lino, shit, I don't even know who else. Oh, man. Lino and a fallen soldier of mine, Patrick or Possum. I'm sorry, man. I failed, bro. I was wrong. Crypto acted like dog shit last year when it should have acted like the greatest asset of all time. And I apologize for that advice, because it was terrible advice. Crypto has been a trader's paradise, an investor's hell. Unless you have a outlook of more than 4 years as an investor, you really shouldn't hold crypto. You should hold Bitcoin, but not crypto, unless you have a super long-term mindset. You're going to have to get through holding assets that go down 70 to 90% and rebound back up 10x. Some of the best assets that I ever bought went down 90% first, and then they rocketed it up 20,000%. So yeah, man, you just gotta you just have to either believe in what you're buying and don't buy anything that you don't believe in, and hold until that thesis plays out. Or if you don't, yeah. But yeah, man. Just giving y'all a market update of where I'm at with it and telling y'all the truth of what happened last year and why I failed. But I believe we're going to turn it around this year in 2026. And we're going back to all-time highs. M2 is still going up. Money printing still going up. The business ISM chart, which we've been in a 5-year bear market on, is finally trending up above 52. Really above 50 is where we start to get in the positive territory. So that shows you that spending is increasing, manufacturing is increasing, people or businesses are spending more on CapEx, they're spending more on build outs, more of that money is slowly leaking into mainstream. So people shouldn't be as poor if they can get some of these jobs that are spending that money. So yeah, hopefully we shall see a turnaround. If we didn't get the major blow off top that we was expecting in 2025, we shouldn't get the long drawn out bear market of normal of 2026, of the end of the 4-year or the 5th year of the 4-year cycle. So with that said, I wish us luck in a positive rebound this year and us getting our money back. Just hold on for dear life. That's what they call it. Hold on. I will be back to you with another market update and where we're headed. Sorry I failed you fellas, but I'm going to take into consideration of all the facts and data we've learned over our failings of last year and implement them into a new system where we can be sure to never fall down those same traps again, to take profits at all-time highs, to make sure we always have at least a 30% cushion of cash in our portfolios in order just to buy the dip and trade the market. Like I said, this market is an investor's, or it has been investors' hell and a trader's heaven. So if you have that 30% of capital in your portfolio just on the sidelines to trade, to buy dips and to sell rips, I advise that's the best strategy moving forward. The market's shown to punish investors and to reward traders. So we have to move where the market is rewarding. And that is to a more trader's mindset, to have a portfolio where you just keep it in 30% cash at all times, just buying dips, selling rips when you get it. And I'm just gonna have to move like that moving forward until the market starts punishing traders and rewarding investors. That's what's going to have to be. So I'm going to update you on my new strategies moving forward in my following videos. And I hope you come along on this new journey that I'm heading towards. Yeah. So yeah, take that. And I hope that this year we'll be in a better place than we left it, or than we started. Yeah, I'll holler. Deuces.